Good things happen all the time. This is the keychain at the train station. Surprisingly, wasn't soft. It was pretty hard, so I didn't get it. This was the seat that I had. It was a business class. I paid a little extra. It was like 1,500 versus 1,000 for the regular. It's a 5-hour ride, so I wanted the two tables. Really, I just wanted a little extra leg room. And yeah, $1 is about 30 new Taiwanese dollars. So it went from being like 30 to 45, little more, but for a 5-hour ride, I thought it was a little worth it. Wanted to try it once. Pretty cool view. I like how the clouds interact with the mountains. This is the bento. It was included in the cost, so hey, some veggies, pork chop, some rice. Okay. I think Ruisui is the name of this town. They have milk, so they put mosaic cows on the benches of their train station. Some more of the scenery on the way there. This guy was the attendant. Katie was hungry, so I was keeping an eye on him, but he ran away. Then he came back. I think she got some chips. This was the shocking sign that was all around Taipei in the walking night market areas. Taiwan's #1 souvenir, chocolate waffle cock. Anyways, here's the moon. It's pretty close to full. Party world. This is our first night before we headed to the conference. This has a red arrow. This kind of drink among the energy drinks. The arrow is pointing to this guy's groin, and in English it says "come best." Not exactly sure what they're implying here. Anyway, in the distance you can see Taipei 101. This is on the way to the Taipei Central Station, and we got on a bus, went to the joint orientation. This is the first meal we got there. It's decent. Some chopped up chicken, bone in, rice with quinoa mix, a couple veggies. Got my teacup in the corner. This is a bottle that I brought. Found it at one of the, I don't know what it's called, like a supermarket hardware store. Get anything at one place sort of thing. Yeah, it has a stainless steel cap, so you can just pour the tea right in. The strainer is built in. Just throw some loose leaf, get some hot water. Anyway, yeah, so there was 200 plus English teachers with Fulbright here. So they made a joint orientation for us to kind of meet each other, and they put us up in this unnecessarily fancy hotel, but I guess I'm not complaining. Just felt strange. So fancy that the toilet seat had a heater, and I had to use my translator on the phone with Google Lens to figure out how to turn it off because I was sweating. Arcade in the basement that I guess they were about to close for the night, so nobody was in. It was really cool. That wasn't enough dopamine for you with all the flashing lights and sounds. Well, Here's a rooftop swimming pool with a jacuzzi on the side. Didn't get in because you need a swim cap. Strange. Here's a bunch of wind. Had a typhoon coming. Mostly hit the south, but up in Taipei, got a bunch of wind. The balcony. There was some chickens below. Strange. That's a very big when you got some giant beds inside. I don't know. Excuse me.
Hey, look at my hair. Hello.
Here is the conference. Some people on a break. A lot of people. They're kind of dressed up. I just had my Aloha shirt on. The moon was bright. I wish I would have taken some more pictures of the amazing food that we had there. But I didn't. So here's a picture of the bus as we left. We were there for 3 days. And then they dropped us off in the city at the art museum. This was unironically the best display right at the entrance. A fan on the wire exploded itself all over the
No, you're good.
This was the best intentional exhibit, the Yellow Room. It just had a bunch of yellow lights. I think everything was white and everything looked yellow. Here's my point of view. It felt nice to be there. Strangely, my camera kind of auto-adjusted, and when I look at my face, it just kind of looks black and white. Off to this side, there's a dark room, and you can let the yellow light wash up over you. Looks kind of cool. This is a flower made out of wood. It's sort of just off to the side, easily missed, and you can just see the light shining through the wood, hanging off a wall. It was part of an exhibit, kind of a abstract, surreal artist. Yeah, these were some reasonably priced bentos, like $4 or $5. I don't know why I took a picture, but there it is. Chinese medicine place had the, I think it's licorice root out. Also, don't know why, just snapped a pic. This is my friend Zoe, friend of a friend's a friend of mine. Friend Susan in Taipei. Well, from Taipei. She lives in Hawaii now. Had her friend Zoe in Taipei meet up with me. This friend of a friend, right? And we had dinner at the hot pot. We get some veggies and meat. You can get some rice. There we are. This is what it was like. There's a cooked meat. Just kind of braise it in the water. Something's wrong with this sign. It's sort of funny though. Took the escalator in Taipei up to the Don Don Donkey. It's a famous Japanese store, but I guess it's going international. This is the view from the hostel's the kitchen where I was staying. The Taoist temple's roof. I just thought this looked cool. It's unusual. Don't see this every day, I guess, unless you live in Taipei. But there's a bus stop in the middle, so they create an extra lane. You can sort of see it on the other side. So the bus can stop and not disrupt traffic. This was on the subway, or the train. I just like the guy's arm. So I was on my way to Yinga from downtown Taipei, where I was staying. It's about an hour ride, It's the ceramics district. These are the street. You first leave the train station. This tea looks like a good deal. Probably was good, but there's so much tea. There's all these tea cups. One for two, two for three. 300 is about $10. So two, two for $10. They got a lot of cool glazes, so maybe that's why. Maybe it also seemed like tourist prices. This place was cool. It's kind of famous. They were making me some tea, so I was thinking about buying it. I ended up buying some other tea from a different shop, but I would come back here later because the ceramics was cool. Everything was handmade. This is some white tea. Smelled really good. This other shop had this instrument. Forget what it's called. Looked like they were gonna play, or maybe it was just there. Maybe they were on a break. Not sure. Just thought it looked cool. This is the tunnel kiln. Historically, there was a sign over there to the left. It says something about like they would just roll the ceramics into the kiln that way and then roll it out. So I guess maybe less risk of dropping. I forget. Anyways, this is really cool clay sculpture of Bodhidharma. There's a whole bunch of stuff they had. I think everything here was made in a machine or a mold, but it's kind of cool. All these little figurines. This thing was cool. A like whirlwind, ceramic whirlwind. Just a whirlpool. Anyways, this was a sign of a shop I wanted to go back to before, or I was on my way to eat. I had these noodles. They were really good. All this was like a few bucks. Pretty good. Then I went back sideways, but you can see it was a Shengpuer loose leaf. What's it called? Meicha or something. So it looks kind of black before, and then after it's brewed, kind of green. This shop was really cool because they had a whole bunch of different types of tea, and they only sold tea. Usually, the tea shops will have like teapots and other stuff, but this one exclusively tea. Which I mean, they had really good tea. This was a 30-year aged oolong. It's kind of expensive, but I kind of do wish I would have bought it. Maybe next time. The other shops around, they had some crazy stone sculpture carving. Man, mosaics are really popular, especially on benches. They had this. There's a wall over in the distance. They had mosaics. This lady was really cool. A lot of places will have like teapots and like other clay ceramic stuff. But this place had all the accessory kind of stuff. Like little sticks, little grabbers, little placemats, little coasters, all kind of different other miscellaneous stuff. And I thought it was really cool. She seemed really happy to be doing what she was doing. This was another spot. This was not even a tea shop. It was just like somebody's. It was the tea setup in a art shop, sculptures and paintings or something. Pretty cool. I just thought it looked cool. This is handmade. Pretty incredible. It's pretty small. It's hard to see the scale here, but yeah, really a lot of detail there. This was crazy. It was huge. I don't know how they carved this or how they even begin to think of how to carve it. Like a dragon that's coiled around with its arms and I don't know, smoke or something. Crazy. So I did go back to that famous place, ceramics shop, Lynn's Ceramic Studio, and I bought this Gaiwan. There's another picture later. Just had to. There was when I was leaving, a dance rehearsal thing. Incredible. Yeah, anyways, I was totally filled with tea, and I just thought that this looked cool, so I needed to take a picture. I was kind of wondering if it ever really fills up. It's like a lot of space for the water to go. It's kind of cool. When I got back to Taipei after that hour-long ride, there was a Chinese theater. I think that's what's going on. The next day, I went to this place, Formosan Chang's. Cool, just sort of good place to eat. This lady was really nice. She had a bunch of tea. All those metal canisters are full of tea. And there's some oolong that she brewed for me. It's pretty good. The one cup was a smell cup. Anyways, this is the next shop. Really cool statue. Enjoyed this guy's company. I bought a little picture from him. This is another shop. I went all out and going to all these tea shops in Taipei. This lady's table was impressive, and she just like started brewing tea for me when I walked in. And she already had tea from the last customer. There's tea pre-brewed in this canister. Like, I don't know. She's going wild with the tea. It was good. I like the table though. It's like embedded in this stone countertop.
他刚才说他接下来应该是台东的国中老师。
This guy was cool. He was telling me there's only two types of tea. Red tea, what do you call it? Black tea. But black tea and green tea. So red tea or black tea and green tea. Everything else is made up. Like oolong, that's a green tea. And then like the show pu'er tea, that's a black tea. Everything is either green or black. And I guess in the broad classification, I could sort of agree. But you can taste the difference between like oolong and sencha or whatever. So, sure. Yes and no. This is scenery on the way back to Taidong. Yeah. So, I just like taking pictures. There's mountains in the distance. The view on the train is really good. Especially like it's new to me. I think that's the key to a lot of this stuff. It's like so new. Some fields. I don't know if those are just crop fields or rice fields. Oh yeah, when I got back to the apartment where we were staying, the ceiling tile fell because there was like a typhoon. Remember all the wind earlier? In the south, it was really bad. And so somehow that happened. And a couple of them fell. But the landlord was nice. He got it taken care of right away. So this is the guy one I got. This is the tea I got. And this is the pitcher I got. So that's my spoils from my trip in Taipei. More to come soon.